What's up, guys? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas. What up?
Boom, clap, Stokers.
And we're here with our guest, pro surfer Bethany Hamilton. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Thank you for coming on. I've surfed at the same break as you at Honolulu Bay.
Oh, wow.
I didn't talk to you or anything, but I saw you paddling in. But it was like 2015.
Okay, so a little while back.
Yeah, and I was kind of hanging off to the side, more like watching people surf.
Yeah, I know. That wave's crazy hard to get waves.
Yeah.
Even for me, like, I go up there and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's especially when it's big. There's so many guys out. But thanks for coming on. We're such huge fans.
Glad to be here.
When did the doc come out?
My documentary came out, I want to say like last summer in theater or last fall. I don't even remember, but it's now it's on Netflix and iTunes and almost everywhere worldwide. So it's awesome. I'm stoked, and the timing's pretty cool with all the chaos. It's just, it's an encouraging film, but also like entertaining.
Yeah,
we watched it. It's so great. Just like the whole journey, and then I love the surf montage towards the end. It's so good.
Yeah, so I actually, to kind of go back in history, I had set out to make a short film, not a documentary, and it was just going to be all action surf performance kind of a piece. And then just kind of things got carried away, or I let other people carry away with all the footage, and I was like, yeah, just do whatever you want as long as I'm surfing.
Yeah.
And then the documentary came together, and it's cool because it's so different from any other like pictures of my life story. And very like true to my heart kind of, and like the way I live and who I am. So it's exciting to be sharing it.
Yeah, it's and it starts out with you're basically about to surf Jaws, which is, for those who don't know, is like the biggest wave, one of the biggest waves, probably one of the gnarliest waves too in the world, would you say?
Yeah, that wave is crazy. It's nuts. Definitely the most adrenaline pumping surf of my life, I think, or up there, top three. And just a very heavy consequence when you fall. But I don't know, there's something about that whole like big wave surfing. I've always kind of been driven towards that ever since I was young. I was always kind of charging bigger surf than you'd maybe expect for my age and being a girl. I just was always drawn to it. So it was cool to finally like get out there, and I'd been dreaming of it for years. I just didn't like kind of take the plunge, and then got it captured on film too. So that was sick.
Yeah. What's your mindset and sort of preparation before something like that?
Yeah, well, I feel like I've been kind of preparing for moments like that since I was a child. Growing up in Hawaii, like the ocean was my playground. I grew up like going to get pounded for fun in the surf, so I got comfortable with that kind of feeling of getting just ragdolled in the ocean. And then also I did a lot of like free diving and like just kind of breath challenges, like diving for shells or just like trying to go the distance. So I built like really strong lungs, and then on top of that, surfing a lot forever, and then cross training, and then kind of just mentally like watching other guys surf out there and kind of imagining myself do it too. Just kind of, yeah, I feel like I was preparing for a long time for that day. And to give you a little inside look, like my longest static breath hold, which static is so different from being thrashed underwater, but my best static was like 4:23 or something minutes.
Oh, wow.
So just kind of knowing like in big wave situations, you like a long hold down is probably 30 seconds. And yes, it's very different, but you can at least kind of go into the situation pretty mentally confident and then kind of knowing like, yeah, I can handle. And then on top of that, having like all the Maui boys there to kind of keep an eye and coach and rescue in need
Yeah.
was comforting.
Do you do like breathing exercises daily to sort of build up your lung capacity?
I wish I did. I kind of just forget about it. I feel like it's one of those things where you kind of practice and then you forget about it for months and then you're like, oh yeah, breath holding. Or you like have a bad wipeout and you kind of get out of breath. That kind of is a reminder. Oh yeah, breath holding. So I like doing things like spin biking or running and like trying to only breathe through my nose for like 10 minutes is pretty hard. And just doing like random stuff like that or holding my breath while driving, like as a passenger. Kind of because it's like just hard to find time to do everything. And so kind of getting creative with your time management and like finding moments to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was it like dropping in on that wave at Jaws when you paddled in?
Oh gosh, it felt like forever. Like you're just, it's kind of like riding a mountain. So like snowboarding, you're just dropping in forever kind of a thing. But then like all the energy of the ocean is just mind blowing and kind of like also you have in the back of your mind, like stay on your feet.
Yeah.
Hold it together. So kind of just like extreme adrenaline, excitement, rush, fear, but also just like, yeah, incredible.
Is it loud?
I didn't really notice the sound that much. I think you're just kind of in a different mode. Definitely watching the wave, it's pretty loud and just really beautiful. Like if there's one wonder of the world, or I would add it to a wonder of the world, like going out there on a boat just to watch it on a huge day, because even just cruising in the channel watching that wave is just incredible.
Did you have any random thoughts when you were on the wave? Like,
No.
were you like weird memories to your childhood or anything, or is it all just thinking about the wave?
Definitely not. I was fully immersed in the moment.
Right.
No Instagram thoughts while surfing.
Right.
Jaws.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've watched Jaws once before in person, and it's I didn't experience this, but I guess when you're on the cliffs, if it's big enough, it because you basically watch from these big cliffs in Maui, and sometimes it rumbles the ground, right?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I've heard that. I didn't experience it.
Yeah,
But
I think that's probably on really huge days and maybe like high tide when it's like washing up on the shore more.
Right.
Nice. So where are you at now?
I'm home in Hawaii.
How's it going over there? Good?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little like eggy, stressful, but of all the places in the world to quarantine, I'm pretty satisfied. I mean, we're still surfing, so that alone, like we just had like an incredible run of swells out here and it was just pumping for like 2 weeks straight. And so that was really nice. It definitely took mind off everything.
Yeah.
But also it's really weird because there's almost no quarantine or no corona victims on the island, yet they're not reopening businesses. So that's super like odd and frustrating. And, everyone here isn't necessarily super wealthy. So if they're not on unemployment, they're really suffering.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's tough.
It's such a crazy situation. But it's nice you get to surf still.
I know. I'm super thankful. And there's just so much outdoor life here. Like we have a yard and we're just in a jungle all the time. So you can kind of have your bliss and peace.
Yeah.
Until you go on your phone or internet and then you're like, oh yeah, reality check.
Yeah. It's such a strong desire to look at stuff on the phone and then I just have to get outside of that and be like, no good.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I've been trying to set boundaries because part of me doesn't want to be ignorant or like lazy about it. I want to be like well informed and kind of know what's going on. But I also am like, oh, I just want to like go surfing and not think about anything.
Yeah. That's good though.
Yeah.
I actually, your documentary was hugely helpful for me because it was so inspiring. I was like, I'm like hoping that your toughness is contagious and that I can take that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Actually, it's funny. I was surfing this morning and it was really random. It was this almost never happens, but there's only me and 6 other girls in the water.
Oh,
And
cool.
one of the girls like, I was so angry yesterday, and then I watched your documentary and just got fired up, and now we're surfing together. So it's kind of cool just to see like just the effect it's having on someone who's may having a bad day, and then kind of turned it around and got her fired up and encouraged her. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of what my life's about, and I love it. Like I love being able to encourage people and inspire people and just share life in that sense, because I think we need it more than ever now. And there's a lot of, kind of noise going on that's not necessarily helpful. So I was trying to like join that noise for good, Yeah.
Having that. Yeah, because I watch it and it just gives you just a nice moment of positivity and a little bit of escape and inspiration.
Yeah.
Speaking of like really cool, but I was just thinking about your guys' kind of listeners. And have you guys read that book, Rules for a Night?
No.
You should totally read
I'll
it,
look it
and
up
so
right
should
now.
all your listeners. It's like the
Right.
raddest book. It's written by a knight, like in the 1800s or something. He's about to go into battle, and he thinks he's likely gonna die. So he writes to his kids like all the life lessons he wanted to pass on to them. And it's just super like, but it's written for like kind of young men in particular. I really enjoyed it though.
It's by Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
Oh, is it really?
Dude, I'm a huge
Like
Ethan
it's
Hawke
kind of
fan.
by him. He just kind of got it together because it was a real letter, and they just kind of put it back together, and then he might have put it in like understandable English since our English has changed so much. But
adapted
so
it
thanks
for
to
us.
Ethan
He's
for
a
getting
beast.
that out there, because it's super rad.
Yeah.
But I was just like, any boy that's like graduating high school that I know, I'm gonna like buy that book for them and give it to them.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the listeners are always looking for book recommendations, so that's good.
Yeah, and I think reading is something that's like really good for us right now in all this. Like it's just like get off the phone and read something interesting or empowering or just good stuff.
Do you have a favorite book?
I unfortunately like teenager like
YA novels type stuff.
Like the series where like the world's coming to an end, or like apocalypse-y, or
you like dystopian
or not even
stuff.
that. It's like where the world's like not how it is. It's just
Yeah.
really different.
Fantasy.
I like all those, like they're pretty stupid and mindless, I would say, but really entertaining.
Yeah.
Nice. A lot of lessons in that stuff though, in that genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always about like, and then in times like this, those books end up being more realistic than all the realistic books we were reading.
Yeah, for sure. My mind starts wondering, like, what is our world coming to?
Yeah,
we're going to be sectioned off depending on our personality into different.
Off our Myers-Briggs test, yeah. I'll be with all the ENFPs.
Yeah. And then you got a new course that's come out this year, The Unstoppable Year. What's sort of and that's sort of an inspiring thing too for people. What's sort of the main tenets of the course?
Yeah, so it kind of stemmed from a dislike from social media and just feeling like it's such a shallow place and not very helpful for our life and well-being, but also like not just that, kind of also coming from a place of being in this place of inspiration for so many years, but like wanting to do more and equip people with actual like good, solid advice and tools to kind of live their most empowered life and unstoppable life, so to say. So in the course right now, how it's designed is it's a year long, because I believe true change takes a long time. And we start with kind of slowing ourselves down. It's a really important topic to me, is just being present, like being able to put away distractions so we have time to just like think and be and self-reflect and just grow. And then from there, like diving into different topics like your mindset, what else? Healthy living. I'm like spacing as I'm trying to like share about it, but kind of like letting go of comparison, or letting it be a healthy comparison, overcoming obstacles, helping others, all these different things that I believe make us like living an epic life, so to say. And yeah, it's been really cool. We've had a lot of lives changed thus far, and my husband and I do live Q&As 1 to 3 times a month, and just kind of try to pour in the tools that we got and help people. So it's pretty rad.
Cool. That's great. Well, and yeah, that seems so personal for you too, because I mean, like watching the doc, like you've been famous for so long, and you were in like the eye of like the so much attention for such a long while. Was that, and now it seems like you're living like a more normal life. Was that like a conscious choice that you made to kind of
I think like that was interesting to, kind of phase in my life. It was kind of around the time of, well, being a teenager, and just like the amount of media attention on my story. And we kind of, I don't know if I fully knew what was going on. I just kind of was along for the ride, so to say. And I wrote my book, Soul Surfer, and then eventually had the film made about my life, Soul Surfer. And of course, that was really challenging for me. And I don't love attention. I don't love the spotlight, so to say. So it was always a bit grindy feeling. So now that I'm older, I just choose what I want to do and make it happen. And I'm not like as anti-spotlight, so to say. I just try to like make it have a purpose and reason behind it.
right, to be more what you want to like say and put out there? Yeah, that's awesome that you took that agency and like.
Yeah,
And
I
now
like it. I think it comes with like a bit more maturity, and then too, getting married and having my husband's support. It just like, we're like super team oriented. We do everything together. We live life very intertwined. Like he's just helps me accomplish a lot of what I want to do, and vice versa. But so he's been super integral in working on the course, and just kind of running our little business, so to say. But I don't know, it's like a business, but not like it's a, I guess the raddest kind of business I could dream of, I guess.
Yeah.
And how'd you meet your husband?
We got set up kind of on a blind date. We had mutual friends that thought we should meet, and so we did. And I remember the first time seeing him. He's pretty tall. He's like 6'4", super athletic background, played, a bunch of college sports, football and stuff. And so he's just a big guy, and we met up at the beach and kind of hit it off. And it grew a friendship, and then decided to spend the rest of our lives together. So now we have 2 boys, and now we are like, getting through parenthood together.
Yeah.
How old are the boys?
5 and 2.
Oh, no, they call them the terrible twos, right? Is it a?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been interesting. Like, my 2-year-old likes to wake up at 4:30 every day, so that's really grindy for us.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like wake up and be stoked to see your kid, because it's like 4:30 in the morning, and you're just like barely awake.
Right.
But we kind of just take turns, and then him and his older brother love to fight a lot too. So, or I don't know if they love it, they just do it a lot.
Yeah.
But it's also really fun. Like my 5-year-old's kind of getting into surfing, so I just really look forward to like the older years and like getting real adventurous with them. And
Mm.
I grew up super adventurous, like camping and hiking and exploring the coastline and hopefully traveling together. So yeah, I mean, we've already traveled a lot, but I just kind of envision like doing like surf trips with them when they're older.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so fun. Yeah, Kauai, it seems like such a great play, like, because it seems like it's been able to sort of maintain kind of a small town kind of feel, I guess. Like it
Yeah.
seems like much more of a community.
Yeah, it's very community oriented. I know a lot of people here, and yeah, we all kind of I feel like everyone here has similar mindset, like beach first, work. In Hawaii, a lot of people, it's like surf or beach first and then work, which is very counter kind of counter to like the normal life, work first then play.
Yeah.
But that's how I grew up, so it can be a problem at times, but it's also like I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing on time, by the way? Because I know Becky said.
I was trying. I got a little time. Yeah, we can go a little more, thankfully, since I did start y'all late.
Okay.
I had some quick fire
I
questions.
have like we could do probably like 10 more minutes. Is that cool?
Perfect.
I had some quick fire questions for you. You ready? All right, so I call these pick'ems. You just pick one or the other, and if you feel like justifying it with your reasoning, that is good. Pineapples or coconuts?
Ooh, coconuts are more of a survival food.
Nice.
Chopu or pipeline?
Chopu.
Why?
Pipeline. Gosh.
You switch?
If I could have one with no one out, probably pipeline.
So Chopu just because it's less crowded?
It's actually not even that much less crowded. They're both really bad. But if you get like an incredible long barrel at pipe, that's pretty hard to beat. So
Right.
maybe pipe.
Rihanna or Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Favorite Chris actor?
Chris?
Of Pratt, Hemsworth,
Oh.
Pine, and Evans.
Oh gosh. What was the first one?
Hemsworth, Pine,
Pratt.
and Evans.
Maybe. Oh gosh, that's a hard one. The one that surfs.
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the strongest too. Stairs or lamps?
Stairs or lamps?
Yeah.
Stairs.
Nice. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
So kind of going back to the media sort of during your teenage years, did you get a chance? What was it like meeting like Oprah and Obama?
Oprah, I didn't know who she was, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
I was so young. I guess I was 13, so I could have known who she was, but in Hawaii, I like didn't pay attention to that. And,
Yeah.
I just had no clue, so that was pretty hilarious because she's pretty huge.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shook Obama's hand, so that was cool, I guess. And spoke at the prayer breakfast, which was amazing opportunity. Though I think I was having like a nervous breakdown the day before, just so freaked out and scared to speak in front of like the president and like politicians. So thankfully my husband was there because he definitely held that one together and like helped me compose.
Yeah. Well, would you say you're more scared for that or Jaws?
Yeah, probably more scared for speaking. I mean, I actually love speaking, but just like in front of like politicians is kind of like just hard and scary.
Yeah.
Whereas the ocean is just comfortable, so to say, even if it's huge.
Yeah, it's sort of like home for you.
Yeah, it's like where I want to be, you know, even if it's like super intimidating, like I'd like to give it a go, you know. So
That's cool.
You're so determined. What's like an unexpected thing that helps you be so determined?
Oh, I don't know about unexpected, but I think especially when it comes to surfing, like I just have that really true deep passion, whereas if it's something that's not, you know, as deep of a passion for me, it's like easier to so kind of like let go, so to say. Um yeah, the only thing I can really come up with is just the passion that like keeps me coming back, and it's a place of sanity and just kind of being present, and but it's also really challenging. And I think the cool thing about the ocean is it's a super big life lesson teacher. Like it's always wanting to knock you down and send you back to the shore, and it's super challenging at times, and to be honest, like really frustrating sometimes. So, you know, then the good days really feel incredible, but there's a lot of rough days in between, and you're just like can come in so angry sometimes, or just like, that was not fun. Or especially if it's like really crowded, and it just kind of teaches you like resilience when you have to duck dive 50 waves and you're just kind of over it, but you know there's like a good wave to be caught. So it really like you have to push through that, like the muscular and mental pain of that, like just duck diving over and over and over again, and you may not even get rewarded, but if you do, you're gonna have like the high, you know, a high of a lifetime. Clearly like more of a natural high. So I think that's why it's so attractive to so many people. You know, a lot of male surfers have relationship issues because they put the ocean first, and I get it. Like I've had to find that my own balance in that area. So it's kind of like one of those things that's just that amazing.
And you seem to balance being competitive and compassionate really well too. Like when you were at Trussell's at a WSL event, like the way you were like, look, you're like the best surfer in the world and I hope you win the tourney, but I also really want to beat you. It was such a good balance between those two desires.
Yeah, I think competitiveness like is what makes us better as humans, and it pushes us and challenges us, and especially when it's in sport form, it's a healthy place to be competitive, and it's okay to like want to win and smoke other people.
Yeah, it is nice about sports with that, because when you're being life competitive with people, it's like so creepy, you know. Like
that's maybe not a good competitiveness. Like that goes in the realm of like just bad comparison. Like live your own life. I always trip out on these like modern day soccer leagues where every kid's a winner, and like in a sense you are a winner if you try, but like let someone win the game, you know.
Right. Yeah. Were you and Alana Blanchard, the pro surfer, were you guys, did you guys push each other? Were you competitive growing up?
Yeah, like we were competitive, but also just like had a blast together. It was like that really healthy balance of like cheering each other on, but like trying to beat each other at the same time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was a cool part to share in the film, because I had some heavy blows that were directly related to her. And that was really hard to swallow. But like at the same time, I was so happy for her too. Just kind of ticked off for my own situation. But yeah, today we're still really good friends. We live like walking distance from each other, and give each other surf reports and surf together. And yeah, I still cheer her on in her own way. Yeah.
That's great.
If you could paddle out with one person alive or dead, who would it be? My friend Strider suggested this question. Or Strider.
Ooh. Yeah. Probably like Duke Kahanamoku.
Oh, cool.
What's his story again? I'm sorry.
He was like the kind of like the original like he was the first Hawaiian to go into the Olympics and is just kind of like an icon of surfing. Um, I think he died trying to save people. I should know his story even better than I do. I just like the idea of surfing with him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And maybe my husband, like toss ups, he saw. Though the last time we surfed, it was kind of a rough session, and I think I ran him over.
Oh, really?
I didn't even know I was on top of him until I was already there. So, but that was a wife fail moment for sure.
So growing up on Kauai, did you get a chance to surf with the Irons brothers?
Yeah, I grew up surfing with them, or trying to surf with them.
Yeah.
I grew up like ding dong ditching Andy Irons. He
Really?
lives right near. We would like, and then one time we washed his trucks, him and his friends' trucks,
Yeah.
when we were like super groms.
Yeah.
And he tried to pay us in stickers, and we were all ticked off. I have a couple of funny stories. So I still have not watched his documentary. I'm just like feel pretty torn on that one emotionally.
Yeah.
He was a really great guy and just a really warm kind of, warm spirit, like really nice guy. Always said hi to even me as a kid, and like he saw you.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone just seemed to really love him. Yeah, and he was just an incredible surfer too.
And talk about competitive. That guy was like
Yeah.
super competitive, but still, yeah, like most people loved him.
Yeah. And that Bruce just seems like the coolest dude. He just has so much style.
He at least puts off the vibe that he's cool. I don't know. I'm not like I don't know if I should say that publicly, but
Yeah.
I really loved Andy.
Okay. I got you.
Sure, got it.
Yeah.
I guess just one last. Is it ever hard to be such an inspiring figure? Like, does it ever kind of feel like you have to be inspiring?
Yeah, I just try to be honest too. Like, I don't try to put off like the kind of wording of that I'm perfect or have it all together. So I think that helps me kind of take the pressure off, so to say, because yeah, I have failed and I'm not perfect, and I don't want anyone to think that I am. And then also just the ocean really keeps me grounded, so to say, and just living in Hawaii, like, playing outside, and I can't imagine living in like LA or something like that, and just like the pressure of just always kind of having it together. Like, here I don't wear makeup hardly, and I'm just myself most of the time. So yeah, I try to keep it more honest and real, and just not try to put a complete, I don't know, image of like perfection up. And I think that's a big issue that young people are facing, is like they think that this person or that person is really cool or amazing, but we all have our issues. So kind of seeing people for who they are. And everyone's always asking me too, like, who's your biggest inspiration? I'm like, I don't know, but one thing I do know is like I really try to just see the good in people and like admire what strengths they do have, and like kind of let go of the things that are not necessarily a strength of theirs. So you don't have to agree with everyone, but you can see the good in them to a certain extent, or see their passion or the things they're skillful at, but still kind of recognize the side that you may not appreciate, and try to learn from that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted they should check out? Or?
You were on The Amazing Race?
Oh, yeah, we were on The Amazing Race. That was super hard and fun. I would never do it again, but we almost won. Like, we were winning. If I had done the second to last challenge and then Adam did the last challenge, I think we might have won. But the last challenge was like the epitome of like my weak points. Like, I just have really bad memory. I'm not like organized with numbers and memory. And it was like our last challenge was me like walking around this shipping container, and you had to memorize numbers with each city that we had gone to, but like it was like a super maze, so you just had to walk around and find the numbers and then try to memorize them in the proper order of the cities that we had visited. So it was just not good.
Yeah.
I realized like 15 minutes into the challenge, I was like, okay, at this point it's not about winning, it's about finishing. But we had gotten to like that challenge first, and we were like on a roll and like kind of smoking people, and then I was like, okay, let me just kind of finish this.
Yeah.
Would you recommend other people go on?
Oh yeah, it's super fun. I think my biggest thing was like the casting or the directors don't really like feed you well or take care of you very well, and there was a lot of like weird times just sitting in hotels and like just kind of bizarre stuff that, like, to give you a kind of picture of it, like I lost like 15 to 20 pounds in that time frame because I was like not eating basically.
Yeah.
So that was like challenging.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah. Especially being an athlete where you're used to like eating good, like healthy, solid food.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
so
we're
just
thinking
gain a
about going
little
on right
weight before you start.
10
Yeah, just
4.
got a carbo load before we go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put a few extra pounds on and you'll be fine. Go into ketosis.
Yeah, just prep for a nice cleanse.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I gotta run, guys, but thank
Thanks.
you.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, aloha.
She was awesome.
That was great.
Yeah.
All right, dudes. For the second half of the pod, we are joined by our dog, Cory Loykasek, for our Beasts, Babes, and Legends. What up, Cory? Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too, man.
I guess really good to see you guys, actually.
Dude, for real, man. Miss you, dude.
Yeah.
How
are you holding up?
I've been doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, my day-to-day life hasn't changed that much. Been writing, doing the same stuff. Show came out last week. That's great for me. The show we were working on. And then taking a lot of walks. I'll save it for my babe section, but, you know.
Nice.
No, I've been doing good. Really good, actually.
How's the show? How's everything with sorry, JT?
I was just going to say your presence is immediately I feel better about the state of the world.
Yeah, it's very calming.
Oh, thanks. Likewise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of low blood pressure on this podcast.
And people say they like to fall asleep to it.
I can see that. I'd done that when I was getting ready to work on that project we do with you guys. I was listening to your podcast, and I was doing it before I went to sleep too. Not to try to fall asleep, but I was like, this is a nice, relaxing way to just chill at the end of the day.
That's so nice. Yeah.
How's everything with the show?
It's going great. Like just the fact that it's out is huge. So that's exciting for me. Even if no one ended up watching it, just as like a closure on a chapter, just to have it out there. Because it's been 2.5 years since we finished, and it's a lot of me driving in my car thinking like, what if could I do something to trying to like figure something out. And so it's been nice. And then also just nice to have like my family able to watch it and kind of understand what it is I've been trying to do down here for the first time. Is that a glass of wine?
Yeah, Pinot.
Damn, that's a big glass. Good. And it's been, we're getting some really nice messages too, like really, really nice. And it's just been, you make something because you want to share it. So it's nice to be able to finally do that. And
that's great.
Just get some nice stuff back.
It's so funny, man.
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's so good.
Thanks.
Funny.
Thanks, man. I never would have wanted it to take this long to come out, but given with everybody at home and kind of maybe searching for something a little on the good vibe end of things, I feel like maybe it is kind of a good time for it to be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to recap quickly too, I think most people probably remember from the episode you were on, you guys made a show for TBS, the Dress Up Gang.
Yep.
And then it got shelved because they switched management over there. And you were concerned. you were concerned for a while that it might not ever see the light of day.
Correct.
And then last week they dropped it on TBS Online.
Yeah, like 2 months ago, we just posted it anyway without asking, just because we were kind of tired of it.
That's awesome.
And then 2 days later, we had to take it down legally, and then they put it out for real last Friday.
Do you think you guys putting it out kind of jump started them putting it out?
Once we kind of go through this initial process, I want to ask him, because I really don't know, because there was that, and then we put out this right when this all started. We put out a video called "Cute House."
Oh, so good!
Good.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, dude.
It's incredible. All the performances are. Yeah. I mean, the writing and the performance. It's all.
No, Frankie perfect. And Fox, like they brought it.
Yeah.
No, but that got. Most of our videos have only ever gotten thousands, a couple thousand views, or whatever. It got 1 million views in a week.
Oh, wow.
And so for whatever reason, we sent it to TBS and just we emailed their head guys ourselves instead of asking our agents to do it or something. And then they responded right away and they're like, yeah, we'll put it up. So I don't know if they were already going to do that, or I truly don't know, but
yeah,
I think you made it happen.
I'm going to think that something about my putting the energy out in the universe. I think maybe I did do something.
Yeah, you cajoled the universe into proper order.
That's right. I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah. And for the audience, you guys.
What if that's how you answered that question when you asked the first time? Like, how did you get the show out there? It's funny. I laid awake in bed one night for about 20 minutes. I just looked into space and I asked the universe. And next day it was on TV. So it's on me for not doing that earlier.
And for the audience, they can catch it on TBS On Demand, right?
Yeah, it's on TBS app and website. It's on cable on demand if you have cable. And then what I've been telling friends who don't have those is YouTube TV, it's on there, and they do a 2-week free trial. So that's my suggestion.
Nice. It's called the Dress Up Gang. So check it out.
It's so good. Do you have any tips on how to optimize during the quarantine for people who are stuck at home? I feel like you probably have a good perspective.
Well, I'm trying to think what's been working for me. But microdosing a little bit on mushrooms. That's been nice.
I could feel it a bit.
Yeah.
It's been feeling good. I went to therapy yesterday for the first time in a long time.
Wow.
Because I'd stopped when this came, but started going back to that. I've gotten really into, maybe it's just wasn't intentional, but really like my neighbors have been a big part of my life. We've been sharing the courtyard, hanging out. There's a couple comedians that live in the neighborhood that I guess I kind of knew that vaguely, but now we make a point to hang out in the courtyard. And something about keeping everything local and in my neighborhood and making my world feel as big as this neighborhood has been feeling really nice.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Not hoping to extend much past that. Just taking walks, taking it in, yeah, not that exciting, I guess, but
yeah, it's a good opportunity to slow down and try and find that present moment.
Yeah, I always feel like when I get FOMO bad, when there's stuff going on, it's hard for me just to chill. And I kind of like this because I always think when you if you want to take in the flowers while you walk, there's some ideal pace for taking those in. If you run, you miss it. If you go too slow, you don't see enough. There's some ideal pace. And I think with life, there's got to be some ideal pace for it. And I would guess that I'm usually going a little too fast.
Right.
And I've been feeling lately just a little more in the pocket, relaxed, and just been feeling pretty good.
I feel the same, yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Great.
Got a bunch of, is that a bookshelf behind you?
Dude, I'm at my mom's and she has a well decorated office. And yeah, they got a bunch of old style books, primarily Western stuff. My mom's boyfriend's big into Western stuff. Yeah.
Western stuff or Westerns?
Westerns, the genre. Yeah, Jesse James type American myth.
Yeah, I know it's obvious, but it never even occurred to me there'd be a Western book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess now that you say it, I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah, I guess I did read Blood Meridian, but I didn't really think of that as a Western.
No, dude, I didn't know what to think of that thing. I honestly, some of his stuff I've read, and I didn't understand what was happening. I could not take the words on the page and make a picture of it. He was he was a toad-like figure. I'm like, what does that mean? Is he human or is he a toad?
It's up to you.
Yeah, right.
No, I agree. There'd be paragraphs where I'm like, huh. like, am I dumb or is that beautiful?
Yeah.
Or I pick out 6 words and I move on and be like, well, I hope I took the right 6.
Yeah. You can watch a breakdown of that book from Yale's summer school English class.
Whoa.
And the teacher does like a really good breakdown of it, and it'll make you don't even read the book, I would say. Just watch the Yale summer school class on it.
Well, I did read it, so I guess I did get enough out of it. I mean, I think I was just kind of like in awe of the language and something going on, but I wouldn't say I would retell you what happened after I read it.
Yeah, he's a beast though.
Then you read The Road and you're like, I could read that in about half an hour.
Yeah. That was like the first serious novel I read, and I remember like I had that moment. I don't know if you've had this when you're reading, and then you just have to close the book after a chapter, put it down, and just like reflect on what they made you feel.
Yeah,
like,
good books take me a long time to read because you'll read a paragraph and then be like, huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And you go back to it and it takes forever to get through it.
Yeah.
Which is why every book should be 60 pages long is my personal theory. But
this is probably too sad of a story. I probably could have, but I gave that book to my aunt when she was sick in the hospital, and she was sick. And so it's kind of a heavy book to give to someone sick, but she loved literature. And I was like, hey, this book's kind of sad. It's like a dad and a son, post-apocalyptic. Like he's thinking about, does he have to is killing his son like the more humane thing to do? And she just took it from me and she goes, sounds poignant. And then and I was like, yeah, she loves books, man. Yeah,
oh, that's great.
Nice. Yeah.
I could see that being a good read in that situation because it's kind of a rough situation also, but very distant from your own.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's all metaphor. It's not too direct. So you're not getting reminders and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's broadening your worldview on all those things. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I was thinking, dude. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, nice, dude. Very perceptive.
Yeah, for sure. All right, should we get into it, guys?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Chad, you want to kick us off? What is your beef of the week?
My beef of the week. So I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I've been dropping into the war zone often. Just getting the adrenaline up. And anyone who's played Warzone knows that you start the game by, skydiving. You parachute in onto the map, go to your place. And a lot of dudes, they'll parachute with you, and then some of them are your enemies. And often, I always take that as a sort of time to reflect. It's like I'm sort of preparing myself for combat. I'm about to head in and, fuck some dudes up. But that's sort of my moment of peace. But 3 times in the past week, dudes have parachuted in behind me and shot and killed me while I was in the air before I could even do anything. And I was like, you know what? That is not, that is not cool, dude. Like, this is not the kind of conduct I'm looking for in the war zone. So, I just want to give a shout out to those dudes and say, just give a nice big, suck it. You weren't cool, and I hope you died early after that. So
is that a glitch in the? I don't play it. Is that a glitch in the game, or is there an etiquette that they're violating?
It's an etiquette that they're violating. So these are like real dudes on the internet,
and you're allowed to shoot each other in the air, but the idea is like, let's just not
Correct.
do that till we touch the ground.
Correct. That's what I think. That's fair play. I mean, give us some time to loot some storage crates, get our weapons, get settled, and then have a proper gunfight. Don't just like parachute in behind me and shoot me in the dome,
I'm just reminded of a quote. All is fair in love and war, my friend.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, that's just a lot to ask for people to be chilling out in a war zone.
But what kind of war do you want to fight in? I've been playing with Chad. I've had guys kill me while I'm parachuting with their helicopters and stuff, and I think it violates the rules of engagement. I think.
Okay, right. Okay, like you don't shoot a captive.
I think you can shoot a guy when he's parachuting, but only hit him enough to let him know that you got him and that you could have killed him. Like how Native Americans would like smack you with the top of their sword or whatever they had to let you know they could have killed you, just to show their combat skill. But don't actually kill me. Give me a fair fight.
Gotcha. And you know what? It may be fair, but it is cowardly.
Ooh, fair enough. It could be both.
Yeah, it's like gangs in New York. Like, when Amsterdam tries to kill him with
no
a
honor.
kill, there's no honor. He has no heart. Yeah.
Okay.
Cory,
sorry I questioned you on that.
Yeah, no, you gotta, I'm all
I don't
for
play
it.
these games, and I had a PlayStation for 2 weeks. I did the whole like get it from Best Buy and then return it,
Right.
2 weeks thing. And I tried to get into those games, but I sucked so bad I couldn't even participate for like 2 seconds. It's like I'm so behind on video games. I'm like, it would take me like 3 weeks of training just to like be normal.
Yeah, I hear you. I started gaming like, once this started, but it took me a little bit. But once you get past that barrier, it's and especially if you're playing with a squad, it's pretty fun.
Oh, it'd be good. I got friends who are playing Apex something. Is that a game? Apex.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a free one. I played once. It was really fun. It was fun to homie up with everybody and talk over the things and try to coordinate. But I just died so fast. When you hit left and right on those joysticks, you turn so damn fast.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to get used to this. You got to have a light touch.
The sensitivity, yeah. Corey, if you need someone to, walk you through your incubation period, dude, I'll be your sensei.
Okay, I appreciate it. I can't tell if I should get the PlayStation back and try to dive in or just let it be like.
No, you should dive back in. There's a lot of peace in there, and there's a lot of camaraderie because we're all on the comms together. So, like this, we could be talking like this all the time while we do a mission together.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty fun. I need that.
But I will be blowing your dome off with assault rifles and light machine guns and submachine guns fairly often.
But with honor.
Oh, dude, yeah, it'll be to help you get better, bro. But
okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
I'm gonna have to take your dome off. But
man to man.
Can I still talk once I'm dead, or am I out?
Oh yeah, you can still talk.
Okay, cool.
I always like to give. Sometimes I'll say bullshit if I think it's bullshit. Like the guy kills me, I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. But sometimes, like if Strider has a dope kill, he's gotten good. I'll be like, Strider, that was legit, dude. Nice kill.
So you guys are fighting each other.
Sometimes, yeah.
I see.
Which is
Strider,
also fun.
Strider the man, or what? Who's the king of the castle?
Our buddy Brooks.
Okay.
Although our buddy Ross would be upset I said that.
Ooh.
But the truth is in time, they'll both be my bitch.
Yeah, I know. I remember Mario Tennis, dude. I remember how you feel. So.
Dude, you said the funniest thing when of course I bring this story up because I got the W, but when we played 1-on-1 and I beat you, you turned and in front of like everybody in the room, you just went, if you take too much of it from that victory, that's on you, dude. But it brought me so much joy to just elicit the reaction. Yeah, but it was brilliant. Yeah.
That's right. I remember that. I hadn't adjusted to the star characters yet, I think. I had some excuse.
Yeah. Well, Corey, who's your beef of the week?
The TBS app.
Nice.
Look, God bless them. Thank you for putting it out. Every commercial break, there's like 9 commercials.
Yeah, I know.
Truly a slog. I mean, I don't have cable, so I don't really watch commercials anymore. And I'm just sitting in there and I'm like, just to enjoy this comedy, which is supposed to feel good, you got to watch 9 commercials about shit you're supposed to buy. I know that's a game. I know it's not fair but there's a lot of them on the app. That's my beef.
Good beef.
Yeah.
Aaron, who's your beef?
My beef, it's a heavy one. It's with the killers of Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
You've probably seen that going around social media. Like back in February, this 25-year-old black guy was jogging through a neighborhood, and these 2 white guys came up and questioned him and wanted a shotgun, and there was a struggle, and Ahmaud ended up getting shot and killed, and no charges were brought. About an hour and a half ago, they did arrest the 2 guys who did it, though, so that is good news.
Yeah. Agreed. Good beef, man.
Yeah.
That was a tough video to watch.
Yeah, that was really hard.
Yeah.
My beef of the week is not as important as that. My beef of the week is with the show Normal People. It was going to be my babe of the week. It's this new show on Hulu about 2 young Irish people who are kind of awkward and fall in love, and then because of issues in themselves and issues that the people around them have given them, they kind of can't find their way to each other. And it's not as romantic as it should be, and it would actually be a more realistic show and more true to itself if it was romantic. Like in its bones, it's a romantic show, but they keep trying to pull these people apart from each other, and it just doesn't feel realistic. It just feels like they would be together. They're the only sensible, attractive people in their world. All the other characters are assholes in the show. Like her brother's like a serial killer. All of his high school buddies are like awful, non-sympathetic people, and they're just like these two lovely people, and then they end up dating other people who suck. And the key, if you're gonna have the main love interest date somebody else, the other person should be attractive too, so it feels like a tough call. If they date some douchebag, it doesn't make sense. You're like, just go with the sensitive stud. Why are you with this rich asshole short jerk dick? It just doesn't make sense. And
what draws them apart when they get pushed apart? What type of things?
Their inability to communicate how much they need each other.
Okay.
And so it's like, what? Like, in real life, these people would just cling to each other. They wouldn't push each other apart. And I think the show's not, the first 6 episodes are great because it's more about the romance and the things that pull them apart are more understandable. But then the back 6 episodes, it's just, they take it into sadness and it just doesn't fit the show. It doesn't fit the characters. And I don't know, it wasn't what I wanted, and it's been pissing me off all day.
It's also like as if relationships aren't hard enough that you have to have these weird constructs to break people apart.
Yes, exactly.
You don't need that. They're already hard. There's enough there already.
And I want to see them figure hard stuff out together. I want the things that life throws at them. I want to see how they navigate that as a couple, not apart. And and it just, it just made me mad. And then they're finally boning again in the last episode, and she's like into BDSM stuff. And she tells him they're having like a little edgier sex than he's used to, which just means doggy. And then she says, "Tell me I belong to you." And then he goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? What, you're inside? Like, you don't know? Just say what she told you to say. Of course you get it. You're boning her. Just say she belongs to you. You belong to her too. What the fuck? Like, what's with this character? He doesn't know just to say the thing? Is he that dumb? Like, come on." I know he doesn't watch porn, but like, it's not even porn. In romance, you belong to each other. It's not
maybe the writer wrote that on like a cold, lonely morning or something. Didn't really put themselves in the action of what's going on.
Right.
Why did you say that? Oh, well, I'll tell you why I said that.
like if you're sleeping with someone and they tell you to say anything, you just say it. You just play the part. And then this guy gets a layup and he fucking bricks it off the, 24-second clock. I just didn't understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So watch the first 6 episodes, bail after that.
Dude, I would definitely recommend those first 6. You'll really enjoy them. They're heartfelt and there's a soul that aches in there, but then it just gets too sad and it just doesn't even feel real.
What's on Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. And dude, I really loved it. The first 6 episodes, it was my favorite thing I'd seen all year. And maybe that's why I'm beefing so hard with it now, is I feel let down. But Chad, who's your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is J. Crew. I don't know if we spoke about this on that last episode with Cory, but my favorite shirts are the basic T-shirts from J. Crew. And J. Crew is one of the first retail stores to declare bankruptcy in this coronavirus crisis that we're in. And I'm sad, man. I'm gonna order some shirts.
And then you got to be careful. You can't be drinking coffee on the bumpy road. You can't be eating a mustard sandwich. Like, you got to keep those things clean now.
Good call, man. Yeah, I can't wash them too much. I think that's something I do. I wash them constantly, and I'm like, maybe I'm gonna dry clean these because they're gonna be vintage pretty soon. So,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. So
that is a bummer.
I'm just hurting for J. Crew, but I think they're gonna pull through. J. Crew is known to be resilient. That style is timeless.
Everyone, when they talk about resilience, they say Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, J. Crew. Like, we know.
J. Crew's got alligator blood for sure.
Dude, yeah. I mean, they've been through this before, so.
I'm thinking maybe this is a chance to try new styles out, dude. Maybe this is a chance to broaden your shit.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but I think that's it's a lot of work.
It is. I wouldn't do it myself, but.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I have like a mesh shirt phase, and then
maybe set up a Pinterest for you, and then people can pin shit that you look good in, and then you just buy it. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah,
dude, that works.
That's a good call.
That's a very optimistic outlook on it. I like that.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you just got. They have uplifting shorts. I don't know.
That's huge. Cory, what's your babe of the week?
Babe of the week for me is my courtyard.
Nice.
My courtyard. I don't know if you can you might be able to get a sneak peek. Can you see it out there?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey, when the sun starts going down out there, it is just beautiful. And there's all these gardenias someone told me they're gardenias. It just smells beautiful out there.
Nice.
So I've just been, this time of night, go out for a little walk, come back in the courtyard, have a friend come over, we'll do a distance hang. This courtyard has really saved me this quarantine because it gives you a nice, beautiful place to be outside.
That's great.
That's awesome.
You got some nice plants in there too.
My roommate goes ham on succulents.
Yeah?
Yeah. Every time he goes for a walk, because you can break them off and then regrow them at home in a jar. I never do that, but I guess you can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, a little too many. Like, check this out.
Right.
Wow.
I hear you.
It's a bit like a bookshelf to me, or like a bookstore or something.
Yeah.
But, they're beautiful. That's great.
Dude, that was the most visually stimulating babe of the week in the history of the pod.
Yeah.
Quarantine provides new opportunities.
That was fire. Aaron, who's your babe of the week?
All right, so I have a tie. My first babe of the week is my plumber, Danny. I've been doing so many dishes and everything since the quarantine started. I mean, I know you guys have probably experienced that too, where it's just like you're eating at home, so you're doing dishes all the time. So my kitchen sink sprung a leak, and the faucet needed to be replaced. And this dude comes all hours of the night. He's checking back with me and everything like that, and charging very reasonable prices, and that's super hard to find. So he is a absolute babe. If you're in the Valley, Danny Ortiz is the guy to go to for plumbing needs. And then my second babe, I would have probably said this anyway if I had thought of it, but since Cory's on here, Cute House is an absolute babe.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not joking. I've watched a lot of sketches. I watched a lot of short films, going through film school and all that, and it's so funny how it's kind of one thing, and then all of a sudden it shifts tone into this other amazing thing all in one video. It's so good.
Thanks, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent it to my buddy, and he responds. He's like, "Wow, that's comedy. So many layers." It's so good. And that, dude, Fox was some of that delivery is just like, it's incredible.
Yeah, I remember with that one, we were like, if we can. I think I might have talked about this before because I'm obsessed with it. But that documentary, The Work,
right?
Yeah, and they do kind of a group therapy type thing like that, which is where we kind of got the model of it from. And we're like, if we can just get Fox and Frankie facing off and their energy together, like that's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
And he keeps calling him Mijo.
Yeah.
He's like, pozole, what is that, a pasta?
Yeah. At the end, does anyone know that was a beef stew?
Yeah. And then Donnie's like, I've been waiting on you, dude.
Yeah. I know. You know what's funny is that house is a couple of blocks from mine. Mm-hmm. And that guy, hella nice guy, he just let us film there one day. He has no idea that the video is even on the internet or anything.
Really?
Oh, really?
And so I've been trying to, every day I keep thinking I'm going to write him a letter and be like, hey, check out this link. And then also somebody on SimCity or something made the house and sent us a picture of the house.
Wow.
So I got to print that out and give it to this guy. Like he's going to be like, what?
You got to film his reaction to finding all this out. Yeah. I'd love to see, because I'm genuinely curious, like how it'll hit him.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's right. It's like the cutest house. Like, it's even cuter than the video. He has a little, I just walked by the other day, and he has a little sign up front that says, everyone is welcome here. And then he has a book exchange box out front where you can leave and grab books.
What?
Wow.
And as I was walking by, this guy was like idling his car while his wife got out, grabbed a book, put one in, got in the car, they took off. I mean, it's like a functioning book exchange thing. I'm like, this guy's killing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's living life right.
Yeah.
That's great. Good babes of the week, Aaron. When you first said I've been doing so many, I thought you were going to say shits after you said plumber. But, yeah, the dishes make sense too.
No more than normal.
That's good. Dude, my babe of the week is my mom. I've been staying with my mom for a while, couple months actually, and it looks like I might be hitting the road relatively soon. And dude, she's just a queen above all queens. Dynamic personality, so loving and caring. Every day, just John Thomas, I love you. And then always cooks dank food, always just living life to the hilt. And yeah, she's made me just a happier. I'm leaving the house better than I came in. I'm like happier and calmer, and she just rubs off on me in a great way. And yeah, just thankful to have her and her lovely man, Greg. He's a fucking beast as well. And they've just been so patient with me and all my paranoia too, because I've been like, you know, not letting them do all the things they would typically do. So they've been just gracious. My mom's just the best. Yeah,
that's great.
And she's so uplifting anytime she comes in the frame.
Yeah,
like during the pod or when you're like filming a story.
Oh, she's incredible.
Yeah,
she'll just bump into like we'll be just doing like work calls, and she just, that means nothing to her. But now I don't even get mad. At first I was getting mad. I was like, Mom, I'm on a work call. Now I'm just like, Mom, I'll be out in a minute. Love you. She's like, okay, bye. And then she just takes a break. Yeah.
Everybody's so patient now on Zoom. Like, we all get it.
Chad, who is your legend of the week?
My legend of the week, taking it back to Call of Duty. So the Schmall and I, Kevin, dropped into the zone, and we got partnered up with a rando. And, you know, whenever you get partnered up with a rando, you're like, what's going to happen here? Is he going to be part of the team? Is he going to help out? Is he good? Is he bad? What's going on? Well, this dude, Augie, drops in with us and dominates. And Schmoll and I were kind of just trailing behind, like, you know, shooting a little bit here and there. But this dude was just capping dudes left and right, getting supplies, buying airstrikes. You know, we ended up getting 5th, I believe, which is good, you know. I think if he had probably 2 more dudes that were a little more competent at the zone than Schmoll and I, he probably would have gotten 1st. But it was just an honor to be on his team for, you know, 1 round. And I got to give him a shout out.
Word.
And I tried to message him, but he didn't respond.
Augie, if you're hearing this, dude, we love you, bro.
Some horses cannot be saddled.
Yep.
Augie's
Exactly.
right now.
Their
He's about
feathers are
to
too
go to
bright.
sleep listening to this because he likes it. He goes like, "Is that me, Augie?"
Oh,
It must mean
Schmoll
another
Daddy.
Augie. Yeah.
He's like, oh, Schmoll Daddy. That was Kevin.
Yeah. I thought he seemed like a schmoll.
Yeah. Kept talking about bagging and
I was gonna try to think of a joke, but I don't even know what a schmoll move in that game would be. I guess shooting people on the parachute right now.
yeah, that's a
Schmoll.
Schmoll move.
That's Schmoll for sure. Cory, who's your legend of the week?
I got 2 quick one. I got to go Dua Lipa. Her new album came out like a month or 2 ago. I mean, I am on repeat with that thing in the morning.
Nice.
My roommate's been staying out for the last week, pumping it up. I'm jumping around. I'm dancing to get a sweat going. I mean, I just can't get enough of this thing.
What is it about it that slaps so hard?
I don't know. You tell me. It's like just pop music. I usually don't go for it, but somebody's track, I'm like, damn, it's a banger. I don't know.
It's undeniable. Yeah.
I think so. I think maybe like 6 of the 10 tracks I'm like just all about.
Nice.
And they're fun. Maybe it's because it's fun. Like usually I like a little grimier shit when I'm dancing, but I think right now I just kind of like the fun bubblegum shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the other one would be my nephews. My nephew's been Skyping in a lot, and I've been kind of needing that family love connection. And they're just like 2, 4, and 6, and just so cute. They pile in front of the camera, and we talk. And then when our show came out last Friday, they watched it all weekend. And it was cool for me just to be able to share that. They just were firing questions. And I live in the house now that we filmed the show in, you know, so they're kind of confused, like, what's the difference between my life and the show? And they've met my friends before. And so they've just been having all these really funny questions about how things work. And did you really do that? And was there really that in the house? And pitching me ideas for episodes. Like, it's just been cool to see them kind of, I don't know, just to connect over it. And their questions have been really cute.
That's cute.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw the video of them doing the walk.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
Come on.
It's great.
My legend of the week is aliens. I've never been interested in aliens. It's taken effort for me right now to be interested, because I heard that they finally came out and said there was a UFO, an unidentified flying object. Chad, you're my buddy who knows.
3.
3. And so now I'm going to be into aliens, I've decided, because I think it is interesting. Like, I think in my head, I was like, wait, but there's so much shit already going on Earth that like we need answers to. Why am I worried about aliens?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, maybe the aliens have answers to that stuff. You know, like in the movie Arrival, like maybe they can give us some wisdom that could help us fix these problems. So now I'm making a call out to aliens. I'm tired of them just flying around. If they got enough technology to get here, they got enough technology to go direct and just come say what up to us. And I just want to see one land at the pier, walk straight up to us and just say, hey, here I am, I'm an alien, and just start the communication that way. Let's cut the government middleman out and just fly straight into a population dense area, and let's mix it up, and I'm eager to say what up.
Ooh, I like
That's
that.
awesome.
Wait, is this a new one, or is this that thing that the Navy reported over the ocean in San Diego a couple years ago?
Yeah, it's that one.
It's that thing, but they like confirmed it.
Yeah, they confirmed it.
And it looked like an alien, right? Like an alien.
I watched the video. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's a Tic Tac, right?
Yeah,
like a Tic Tac size object. That's what
yeah.
It has sort of on the radar. I thought
no, I know it's bigger than that. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I thought it was that big because I don't. Yeah, I was like, whoa, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough with aliens because, you know, you if you want to learn about it, you watch some documentaries and you're like, this is obviously just horse shit, you know, and it's tough to find the real stuff. But, you know, like with the coronavirus, people say, look to Dr. Fauci, like he's your North Star for this. Look to Tom DeLonge.
Nice.
He's our North Star. Yeah.
I watched The Abyss recently for the first time, and aliens at the bottom of the ocean, man. I just got into the idea after that. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
What's bluer, the ocean or Ed Harris's eyes?
Dude, he crushes it in that movie.
He's a beast, dude.
Dude, there's that scene where he resuscitates his wife. Do you remember that scene?
Yes.
And he slaps her. It's like, it's such a funny, I was like, how do you write that in the script? He's trying to bring her back to life for like a long time, trying to like pump the water out of her lungs. They finally go, hey, it's over, you know? And he like relaxes and they give it a long beat. And then he goes, God damn it, bitch, you want to live. And he slaps her. It's like so aggressive, but then she wakes up.
You know, he's a physical maniac because he broke Will Patton's arm when they were doing a Sam Shepard play. And then when he was doing an interview for A History of Violence, they asked him about violence at Cannes Film Festival. He's like, it's about what is it? What is violence? And he took his glass that he had and he broke it, like while he was on a dais with like 6 other actors.
Whoa.
So,
that makes sense because that scene I was like, bitch, you want to live, slap her, breathe more life.
Yeah, Jimmy Cameron didn't write that.
It worked, but I'm like, I just can't imagine putting that.
You want to live.
Yeah, everybody like practicing that being cool. Then we'll act like she's dead. Then you're going to slap her, say, bitch, you want to live.
Well, I bet you he ran it by her and the director beforehand, and then they were just like, Ed, go with what feels right. And then
I later read that she bounced for the scene when it was when the camera was on him.
Oh, really?
She was just over the whole thing of it.
Makes sense. That reminds me of Michael Douglas in Wall Street. He has this great scene, and then he has the baby, his son in the film, and the baby gets like whipped cream on his fingers, and he sucks the whipped cream off the baby's fingers. And I was like, well, that's not his baby in real life, and there's no way that's in the script because no one would have thought of that. So that's just Michael Douglas ad-libbing in the moment and being like, if I was this kid's dad, I'd suck his fingers. And that's what makes it. That's why he won Best Actor for that.
I think he goes up to the dad after he's like, thank you.
Yeah, he's like, here's your baby. the dad's like Cloroxing the kid's fingers.
Oh my God,
yeah. You're like, oh.
Yeah, the dad's like, gross.
Yeah, the
baby's like looking at the dad like, what the fuck's going on?
The dad's like, am I going to hell now?
Yeah.
Kid, this is such a big opportunity for you, baby. You're going to love this. You got to let him suck your fingers.
I'd love to meet whoever that baby is now. Just be like, do you have any issues? You know?
He feels dirty. He feels dirty about it.
He touches hands.
Yeah.
He's got gloves on.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I watched that when I was 15.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably twins too, because they always hire twins to play babies.
Oh, right.
That's true.
Oh, so it only happened to one of them.
No, it happened to both. It happened to both.
You think they did it in 2
multiple
takes?
takes? Yeah.
Okay.
And then for continuity's sake, they were like, dip the baby's fingers in the whipped cream. Let's run it back. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then they were like, Michael, are you okay? He's like, look, I can suck baby fingers all day. I got a gas tank, all right? All right, Chad, do you have a quote of the week?
I have a legend.
Oh, sorry. Did I skip you, Aaron?
Yeah, you skipped me. My legend is simply hugs. God damn it, I miss them. I've been like dreaming about them, about giving them to my friends. I don't know how soon after this is all over we're going to be able to do that. But hell yeah, I want to hug people.
Fuck yeah, Aaron.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Aaron, you were like the soul, man. Thank you. You're
he's
doing
coming
the
heavy.
important
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, dude. Chad, do you have your quote of the week?
Yeah, my quote of the week is from Stanley Godspeed.
Yes,
The
dude.
Rock. It's Godspeed, right? Or is it Goodspeed?
Good speed.
It's Goodspeed, yeah. My phone auto-corrected to Godspeed. I was like, wait, what am I reading? Yeah, Stanley Goodspeed, Nicolas Cage in The Rock. He goes, I love pressure. I eat it for breakfast.
Nice. One of his best performances, dude. He's so good.
Look, I'm a biochemist, man.
Yeah. When he's explaining to him, yeah.
If you don't respect this, that's when it kills you. Or the moment you don't respect this, that's when it kills you.
Mm. Is that where you're visiting?
Huh?
Yes. Yes. We did a 10-minute video of my brother just describing that movie from beginning to end. It's pretty incredible. He misses zero detail, but he tells it well.
So I'll watch the Yale video on Blood Meridian, and then I'll watch your brother explain The Rock.
I have the Criterion collection of The Rock.
They made a Criterion out of that?
Yeah.
Really?
That's awesome.
I bought it just because I'm like, I don't know why they did this, but I got it.
Dude, there's behind the scenes of Ed Harris going nutty on that one too.
Really?
Yeah. Like being super in character when Michael Bay's trying to give him notes.
All right, I'll do it, god damn it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. All right, Cory, what's your quote of the week?
Quote, all right, this is mine. This is well, I've been getting a lot of teary lately, but not in a sad way, like in a kind of overwhelmed way, especially with the show coming. I got a lot of nice calls from friends and family and stuff. And I then simultaneously, someone sent this video, and I had heard this a long time ago, but this guy, Martin Prechtel, definitely screwing that up. But it's a talk about like Mayan culture. And he says, grief expressed out loud for someone we have lost, or a country or a home we have lost, is in itself the greatest praise we could ever give them. Grief is praise because it's a natural way that love honors what it misses.
Damn, dude.
And so whenever I get emotional, I'm just like trying to make my brain immediately connected to what I'm loving and missing. So it feels like one thing instead of sad and happy as two separate things.
That's awesome. Fucking great. Aaron, what's your quote of the week?
I'm having trouble thinking of one. Can you come back to me?
For sure. My quote of the week is from Remember the Titans. It's Julius Campbell during the big game. Coach Boone, played by Denzel Washington, they're down a half, says, look, guys, even if we lose today, it's all right. Because they lost Bertier, so he's trying not to be too hard on the kids, which is a change of pace for him. But then Julius Campbell, who is Bertier's best friend and is the leader of the team, says, no, it ain't, coach. With all due respect, you demanded more of us. You demanded perfection. Now, I ain't saying that I'm perfect, because I'm not. It ain't going to never be. None of us are. But we have won every single game we have played till now. So this team is perfect. We stepped out on the field that way tonight. And if it's all the same to you, Coach Boone, that's how we want to leave it.
Oh, I got chills, dude. Ooh, I haven't seen that movie. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, dude, that actor's great, dude. He's Avon Barksdale. He's really, really good. And he crushes in that movie.
Is he the guy in Armageddon? Bruce Willis's best friend? Is that actor?
Well, that's the other coach. Yeah, that's Will Patton.
That's Will Patton. Oh, okay, yeah.
And Ed Harris broke his arm. That's the guy I said.
Oh, really?
Dude, we've had crazy synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Something's going on, dude. Something's going on during this Beefs, Babes, and Legends. There's a little energy in the air.
It's Cory microdosing.
Yeah, Cory. I think I'm getting it through osmosis, bro.
Yeah. Hey, well, the world is connected, whether we realize it or not, so we're just tapping in. And that means that Harris is going to be on the show soon.
Dude, put it out into the ether, man. I want that. That's awesome.
Can you imagine him on Zoom just like looking in?
Yeah, dude, exactly. He'd get so close because I was just staring into us.
Who's your baby?
Well, that's a good question. Huh?
He's grabbing the sides of the laptop.
Who's your babe of the week?
Yeah.
Who's your babe of the week? Shards of glass for the reminder of pain and beauty.
Just leaves it at that and then keeps pushing. Yeah. All right. Aaron, do you have a quote of the week?
I don't. I can't think of one. Sorry.
No
you
worries,
really,
no worries.
you say that like you're trying to make one up.
No, I'm like Googling, and it's
Okay.
just nothing's really striking me as like awesome. So
You know what? I like that you're not forcing it though. I think
Me too.
that's nice, dude. They all mean something when you give them out. So
When he said it the first time, I legit thought he was like, "Oh, I can't think of one," and he went like this, and I was like, "Oh, is he going in his mind to try to really pull one up?" Oh, this guy's a super genius.
Yeah, he's gonna concoct it himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad,
Aaron,
what is your? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Aaron, maybe you could improv one off the top of your dome, not from someone else, but you could just do your own quote if you want.
From your guts, dude. Like Ethan Hawke and Dead Poets.
Yeah, just whatever you're feeling.
Aaron, I don't know what to do right now, man. I'm depressed. I think I'm about to give up. Aaron, what do I do, man?
Oh, I'm just not good at that, guys.
It's too, but you know what?
Okay.
But Corey, and actually, Corey, can I call you Big Wild? I asked you if I could nickname you Big Wild. You showed me that band, and I think it's a good nickname for you.
I love it.
Dude, that's so nice. Thank you. So Big Wild. Do you think you have another poem in you? Another spoken word slam poem in you?
I mean, I could certainly try.
If I give you a suggestion, do you think you could, yeah, okay. I appreciate that. That's all we can ask.
All right, I will certainly try.
All right. Quarantine?
Quarantine. What means more to me than quarantine with my friends? Orange juice and orange Gina, too much sugar. Put it inside the chlorophyll leaves in front of the succulent. Who sucks it less than it is lent when the money that you talk to is never spent? J. Crew, what do? Give up? Black t-shirt, is that enough? Can we dig deeper? Can we find the highest peak steeper if we creep and peep, little quiet on top of the mountaintop and see what is up there? Don't disturb it, don't perturb it, don't unnerve it. Have you heard it? I have not, but I've spoken what I forgot. That's all I got.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude. If Ed Harris was here, he'd punch a hole in his laptop. That was amazing.
Dude, that J. Crew part just hit me right in the soul.
Hey, that was for you, baby.
I love how you're like, I can try. My God, dude. You smashed it. That was beautiful.
Well, I'd be like, sometimes they're clunkers, man. What are you going to do,
Yeah. I don't know. I think they always blow
But not if you're in the moment and not if you're staying present. So that's the
Love it, dude. Chad, do you have a phrase of the week for getting after it?
Yeah. I still have more waves to paddle.
Love that, dude.
Or maybe more waves to surf. That's probably better.
Yeah, dude.
I still have more waves to surf.
That's beautiful.
I like that.
Corey, do you have a phrase of the week for getting after it?
2 quick ones. My therapist on the wall behind his chair has a sign that says, "The problem is not the problem. Your reaction to the problem is the problem."
Nice.
Love that one. And then whenever I'm parallel parking, I always tell myself, if it can be done, I can do it. And then I try to do it. Because sometimes there's not enough space and you don't know. So it's like, I'm not guaranteeing I can do it, but if it can be done, I can do it. And lately I've started to just tell myself that about this and everything. I don't know if it can be done, but if it can be done, I can do it.
Love that. A-Rock, do you have one?
I just want to say, let's get some pozole, mijo.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, now you got me wanting pozole.
Fuck that. You fucking pozole sucked anyway. All right, let's calm down.
What'd you say, mijo?
Yeah. Dude, what, Brent Weinbach too? You like Brent coming? he's Sonic. It's like he's like, hey, Frankie, look at me. Like, we're both dressed the same, right? With the Looney Tunes ties, the trousers.
You got the LA looks.
LA looks. Yeah, it was LA looks.
That was God. This is just making me nostalgic for. That was such a fun damn day. Fun group of dudes and a lot of. It was all like scripted, but very loose too and playful. And what a day, man! That was fun.
Yeah,
that's awesome. My phrase of the week for getting after it is more of just an insult, and it wasn't even one that I actually heard. I heard my friend say something else, and I misinterpreted it. I thought he called someone in our Call of Duty team Small Heart. And I think that's like the best burn you can put on someone is to just call them Small Heart.
Wow.
Like, would you say Small Heart? Like that really gets to the core of someone's essence in a pretty punishing way. Yeah.
And it challenges them to kind of have a bigger heart. That's the challenge.
Yeah, to level up a little bit. Yeah. Like I don't think it's a permanent condition. I think it's something that you develop, through bad choices. So yeah.
I like that.
Call someone small heart. And and I think they'll look at you and they'll know what you mean. It'll bring out the best in them. All right, guys, that's it. Cory, dude, you just bring the best vibes, dude. You're a great guy.
Thanks, man. I miss you guys. Good to connect.
Yeah, miss you too, man.
Miss you too, man. Yeah.
Good to see you. We'll have you back on very soon.
Anytime. Big Wild, for sure, bro.
I'll be back. And then also, maybe I'll get Call of Duty. You got to help me out. I would like to get in the game,
Dude, I would love to pop your dome in Call of Duty, bro. I'd love to see you in the crosshairs.
Yeah, you know how fired up I get. I don't know if I can handle it.
I love it. What was I gonna say? Wow. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Milstein was planning. Did Milstein send out a message today about us kicking it next week digitally?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't check. Was it on WhatsApp or?
I think it might be I didn't check either, but he was Instagramming me about it yesterday, saying that we might.
Oh, let's do it. I'm down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we might do another thing. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool. All right, guys, check out Dress Up Gang on TBS.
Yeah, please check it out.
Definitely check it out. All right, dudes. This is fun.
This is great. Thanks for having me on. Aaron, good to see you again too.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
All right, man.
Great to see you guys.
If you need advice